Good morning. Today we're going to be doing Photoshop Assignment 8. So once again, go to the Handout folder, go to JSerrata Handout, and open up the Assignment 8 folder. There are two files here that we're going to need for this, and again there's a walkthrough tutorial here that you can follow. Now I've already opened this in Photoshop, so I should already have this started. So here is what you are going to have. Now again, feel free to use one of your own photographs if you would like to. So what you should already be used to is before editing a photo, we are going to duplicate this layer. And then what I want you to do is go to Image, Adjust, and we are going to desaturate this image to turn it black and white. Okay, the next step is going to be to remove all of this background. So we're going to remove here, take out his eyes, and remove this area. And the way to do that is to select your magnetic lasso and select the areas that you wish to remove, and then press delete. Okay, so remove both of his eyes. Remove the area inside of his arm here, or if you use one of your own photos, this may not be the area that you're removing, but what you're removing is all of the background. Okay? At this point in time, you can pause the video if you're watching it on your computer, because I'm going to jump ahead here. So remove all of this area and both eyes. But I have already done this. Okay? You can see that I didn't do a great job. You should probably spend a little bit more time making it a little nicer. Removing some of the background here. I cut off part of his head here. That's not really cool. But there, I fixed him up anyway. So the next step here is we're going to take this concrete layer that you should have also opened in Photoshop. Grab the Move tool. Grab and move that onto our background copy. Okay, I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, and I'm going to rotate this 90 degrees. Position it in the upper top corner, and then press Command T and drag that so it fills the whole screen. And when I'm done, press Enter. Okay, and it clears up a little bit. Now what I want to do here is I want to select this character so that I can put that concrete overlay on top of him. Now the way to do that is, notice that I have this little hand here, but if I hold Command and I move over top of this little photo here, it gets a selection tool beside it. Okay? So I'm going to hold Command and click on the thumbnail. And you'll notice that it has selected this guy. So if I now turn my concrete layer back on and go to my concrete layer, if I was to press delete now, it deletes the area where the character exists. That is not what I want to happen. So I'm going to go to Select, Inverse, to select the opposite of what I currently have selected, then press delete. And I now have the concrete in the shape of my character. I can now go to Select, Deselect. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this to Overlay. Okay? Actually, rather than Overlay, let's turn this to Multiply. Okay? Give it a little bit of a darker look here. Now, what we need to do is we need to create the statue here. Okay, so we need to add some eyes, and you'll notice that on most statues the hair color isn't a different color from the statue. So I'm going to go to the background copy here, and I'm going to select my Polygon Lasso tool, and I'm going to make a selection just below his eyes, so it's a very similar color. and I'm going to make that selection on the background copy, and then I'm going to press Command J. So what it's done is it's actually created a new layer with that object on it. You can see where it overlaps the eye, so I can take my eraser and just, whoops, clean that up just a bit. Okay, so there's one of the eyes. Maybe I'll transform that a bit. And again, just use your eraser to clean that up a bit if you want to. Make it look a little nicer, a little bit more realistic. And then we need to do that again for the other eye. So select the polygon lasso tool, go to the background copy, make a selection roughly the size of the eye, and Command J. Move that into place, and then using your eraser tool, just clean it up a bit. Okay? Now, what we need to do here is add some shadows. The way we're going to do that is by using our burn tool. Okay, so select your burn tool and make sure you're on the right eye. So this is for this eye. And just darken up the corners a little bit, okay? Not too much. Just give it that cornered effect, and do the same for this one. Darken the corners a little bit, just to give it a statue effect. Okay? Now we need to color correct the hair. So on the background copy, I am going to select this hair, this area here, and then what I'm going to do is go to Image, Adjust, and we've worked with levels before, but we're going to use curves this time. So here we have curves, and you can see that I can adjust this to brighten that area up a bit. Okay? You may want to use your burn tool to correct this area a little bit to fix it. You can see where the seam is. And then we turn on our background layer and we have our completed statue. Now you simply have to go to File, Save As, using our naming convention, last name followed by an underscore, followed by assignment 8, onto the desktop, save that, click OK, put that in the hand-in folder.